Alright folks, welcome back to Malmo. We've had a little bit of a break, just really taking stock. No reason. But as FM18 winds down, of course, the enthusiasm for FM18, does it start to wane a little bit? Just a tad maybe. But we've got quite an exciting time of it with Malmo, because we've got Champions League knockout ground? That's not even a thing. Knockout rounds against Arsenal of all sides. But of course, it's been the January transfer window. We're into February, and we've done some quite interesting business. Let's take a look. One of the players who's coming in, Mr. Itebo, will be joining on a free. I've seen him in the flesh. Now I'm going to sign him for Malmo. So the Nigerian man joins on a free. One of the stars of the World Cup in real life. Very well rounded. More of a winger, but he can play a lot across the middle, even up front. So he gives us a bit more versatility. So he'll be joining, as I say, on a free. Let's have a look though at the transfers that we have done. Ryan Gould comes in for a knockdown price of £425,000. A good bit of business. Scottish international, not for some time. Didn't really do anything with Sporting. Played in their B team for a long time. One loan spell at Aves, but nothing amazing for him. So hopefully we'll start to see some things from him. Marco Grujic is quite the coup, I think. 5.75 million. You can see the values have dropped, but that's because of the reputation of the club. You know, that is not a £3.7 million player. If we were in the Premier League or similar, he'd be worth a lot more. So yeah, he joins in. Marco Grujic joins, and we've signed some good players. Jay Gomez, another example, youngster, 19. Again, was playing in the Benfica youth team, or the B side, if you like. £7.75 million. We've gone big. We've gone big in a hope that we can actually do something. Elias Lopez joins, 18-year-old Argentinian right wing back or right back, joins, quite a substantial fee. And Christian Belic joins. He's on loan. Just to give us a bit more depth in the centre of defence. We've not really lost anyone of note. And the only players going out is Monk Innocent. Hugo Anderson's gone out on loan. He's featured a few times for us. But other than that, we've not really lost anyone, which is why we haven't bought in any money. I think our squad is worth quite a lot of money now. And how's the pre-season, if you like, gone? We've played one Swedish Cup, or Svenska Cupen game against Bromma, and we won 6-0. Very nice. Strandberg with hat-trick, an own goal, and Lucas Hurler, and a Jay Gomez goal on his sort of debut. We'll be looking for him to get something, though, here against Arsenal. You can see a few players unregistered. That's because we had to balance the side. Because it's weird, because obviously it's the same Champions League season, so we can only do so much. Even though it's our closed season, we bought quite a few players, but we could only make so many adjustments to the Champions League squad. So that's why a few players aren't actually available, including Gould. Obviously, Balick wouldn't. I think he would have been eligible to play, but we didn't need a defender. So Jay Gomez is one of the players who's got into the side along with Grujic. Probably just more useful to us at this stage. So let's get to it then. It's Arsenal. There's the transfers again. I wanted to look at the Arsenal team. They've still managed by Luis Enrique. They're the reigning English champions, so I haven't said that in a while. I don't think they've actually signed anyone of interest. In fact, they signed Donny van der Beek. Bit of a nod up to rising to 51 million. Bit of a nod to the beta save that we did, and a few players. They signed Dani Olmo from Zagreb, but other than that, nothing really going on. The team looks to be pretty settled, as all told. They're fourth in the Premier League, so they've returned to a standard Arsenal position. 12. They're not going to catch Man United, are they? With 11 games to go, you'd have expected. But that's quite nice. You can see a real rotation of Premier League titles. I mean, it's ridiculous that Arsenal haven't won a league since 2004. Even as a Stoke fan, I'd probably admit that. But there we go. I'm just thinking Brentford and Ipswich. Weird. Anyway, let's get to the game. It's a huge game against Arsenal. Let's hope that David Ospina, because Petr Cech's injured, lets in a few goals. Fingers crossed. I'll see you pitch side in just a minute. So there are your teams then. It's pretty much a settled team as to what we've been playing in pre-season. Obviously, it won't be as settled as you might have last seen it, but it's Jay Gomez plays on the right side of the attack with Strandberg and Hurler in the other two slots, Grich and Mangala. In midfield, Vinheim, Benaku's in because Dykes is out injured, sadly, so he's not quite fit enough to play. We have made a sort of rotational switch. Lars Nielsen's not available, so Dennis Hadzika Dunic will play instead of Rasmus Bengtsson, who starts on the bench. Bengtsson's quite old and he's dropping like a stone, so we're going to start to phase him out. Otherwise, it's Brawson, Gokhan and Dragowski. Arsenal go with Lacazette and Aubameyang with Ozil up front. They've still got Jack Wilshere. Donny van der Beek, the £51 million man, sits holding in midfield. So fingers crossed. It's the first leg. Arsenal have won 4 of their last 5 games. Yeah. So we've got nothing to lose apart from the second leg before it's even kicked off. But we'll keep that thought to ourselves as we wish the boys all the best. We've looked good in training, and let's get out there. The biggest game in many a time. I know Arsenal played Östersund, of course, in real life quite recently, but for me, my time at Malmo won't last, and immediately give away a free kick, won't last particularly a long time, because FM19 is it's knocking on the door. That's not it. That was me on the desk. Anyway, we've settled into the game, and Benaku collects this ball, gives it to Hurler, and Grich sends Strandberg on his way inside. Jay Gomez, bit of a tame effort. I think Jay Gomez is one for the future. Maybe that's a mistake to buy players for the future, but again, it's a very specific market that we can shop in, because we've got cash on the hip, but no one wants to come and play for Malmo if they're already established players at bigger clubs, Van der Beek over this free kick and sends it over the crossbar, not far over the bar. We're struggling really to get into the game. We've had one attempt, you can see on the stats, but we might get something here. Vinheim's corner. Hurler stands it up. Gokhan. Oh my, it's hit every post and goalkeeper and still won't go in. I think it rolled across the goal line and it remains deadlocked. Gokhan there must have been counting his goal bonus. And I was happy to pay it, to be honest. And, the play continues. Strandberg. Left now, Benaku. Hurler. Yeah, he shouldn't have bothered, should he? Well, we go in at the break level then. We really should have had the lead there, but for a really... They have been unlucky so far, to be honest, because we should be ahead. A real scramble just before the break, as you saw. And, we should be leading this tie as we complete the first quarter of the game, or half of this fixture at least, quarter of the tie. And this is where it's going to be dangerous now, the second half, as Arsenal look to get the away goal and assert some dominance. Ballerin sends it down the poor cross, and Vinheim collects it off Lacazette, and suddenly it's 3 against 2 in our favour. Strandberg, Lucas Hurler if you can do that, then you do that, don't you? Lucas Hurler, 49th or 48th or so minute of the game, rifles one in past David Ospina, and happy days. Come on, Malmo. Jay Gomez there, Strandberg. Hints of offside perhaps against Lucas Hurler. The arm went up, but what a hit. David Ospina perhaps could and should have done better, but, we don't care about that, do we? So, 1-0 Malmo. Kolasinac throws it into Wilshere. Van der Beek now collects the ball. Lacazette, the player who lost that. And it's nicely worked by Arsenal. They broke through our back line there, and it's 1-1, an away goal. So this tie has really woken up now, and an away goal for Arsenal. The complexion of this tie certainly changed. You can see Jack Wilshere just moves behind our back line. Benaku there playing everybody on side, I think, on the left back position. We don't need to see more. Oh, the play continues. Suddenly we could be out of this tie. Vinheim, Grich. You can see what he was trying to do, but it just didn't quite come off. Gokhan, Mangala to Benaku, and that's a nice ball down the line to Hurl. If he can cross well, we can get in here, and Jay Gomez stalls the lead. Jay Gomez, a second goal in 2 games for him. The Portuguese youngster, notching again against the Arsenal. Champions League this is, of course. Champions League, knockout football. I hope we're charging about £500 a ticket, to be honest. No, you know, if you can afford it, you can come. Otherwise, watch it on telly. It's cheaper that way. Vinheim's throw-in now, just past the hour mark. It's a terrible throw-in, but we managed to keep the ball. Benaku there, I thought Ozil was just going to snatch it off him. He may as well have done because we've wasted possession. Ozil, and it's nicely worked out. Nenny. Ozil again, and he releases the ball. Dragowski should collect and does. You have that moment, don't you, where you just think it's going to be one of those where he comes rushing out and then just sort of retreats to his goal. Vinheim down this right side to Jay Gomez. Crosses in deep. Lucas Hurler. Ooh, I thought that was going to nestle in the corner of the net. It wasn't to be. 2-1 it remains. I was going to make a change, but Ozil's corner has interrupted that. Bellerin crosses. Great save. Dragowski falls back to Alex Iwobi. 2 away goals is quite a lot of away goals. I can't see us scoring 2 in London. We'll give it our best, though. We never really got set from this corner. 3 men go searching. And I don't know why Jay Gomez was sort of stumbling. Frustrating because we were going to make a change there. You can see the youngster there, probably not having the best of games. We're going to get him off Bengtson, a bit more experience. And what else shall we do? I think we're going to bring on Raicinho for Grujic. Fresh legs, fresh minds. And maybe just a little bit of magic to unlock the win. Not for them. I wanted the win for us. Ozil, Bellerin, Wilshere. They're so patient with the ball. They don't panic and play it forward without thinking. That's perhaps the difference. And well, I mean that time they did. Although it wasn't a bad ball really. Gökhan Gül launches it forward. Strandberg. I was going to say Rosenberg. Jay Gomez off his heel, and we lost the opportunity to attack here, but Gökhan Gül plays it back to Dragowski, who launches it forward. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Al Neni off the post. Bengtson clears. And it's suddenly all Arsenal pressure. Van der Beek, he's gone close with 2 free kicks. I think we're going to make our final change of the 90 minutes. What shall we do? Should we bring on the man who never scores, Obiolari? I think we're going to bring him on right side in place of Jay Gomez. Obiolari played in the Premier League, so he's bound to know how to score past Arsenal. And, well, we completely mess up, as Gökhan Gül there does well. I don't know why you need to play that ball there, but suddenly it's at the back post, and it's 3-2 to Arsenal. Alex Iwobi, pretty poor from our point of view. We won the ball back. Gökhan Gül, Raicinho doesn't even look at where he's playing that, and just ends up giving it to Bellerin, and we never get set for the recovery. We'll demand a little bit more, as you saw, as Strandberg goes flying through the back of the Arsenal man. You don't need to be a fortune teller to know what was coming there, as Carlos Strandberg decided to try and guillotine his way through an Arsenal defender. And it looks as though it's going to be 3-2 on the night. A spirited performance, but without really playing well, Arsenal have won the game. And, you know, you saw second leg coming. It's tricky, especially without Strandberg, because we don't have a great deal of strength in depth up front. That's why we've got Obiolari. So, you know, there you go. And I don't know why we're continuing. We are finished here. 3-2. We led twice, but failed to secure the win, which is disappointing. Interesting that no 9 fouls for Arsenal. No cards. Just saying, ref, if you could, just be a little bit fair. That's fine. I think we say it was it would have been nice to win there, but it wasn't to be, which is a bit pansy, to be honest. But there you go. 3-2 defeat then at the Swedbank. Puts all the pressure onto that game against, the return leg at the Emirates, of course. We've got Svenska Cupen action to come prior to that, but it's a few weeks away, actually, before we play Arsenal again. That'll be the next video on the old series. Do pop a like on there for me, at least. Cheers me up after a 3-2 defeat. But you can tell I'm a little bit crushed by it, to be honest. I thought we might have been able to take a lead to Arsenal. But we've done stranger things in Champions League. With Malmo, so we might be able to reproduce that Milan adventure and blow Arsenal away. They might take us for granted when we turn up there in a few weeks' time. Fingers crossed. As I say, do pop a like on there for me and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you for the next video. That'll be Arsenal again. Can't wait for that. Take care and goodbye.